You're muted.
Yeah, I don't hear you, Dave.
What is
There
going
you are.
on?
Every time that happens, I don't know why.
Why? But it's not muting you guys. So
Doesn't like you.
Just it mutes you for some strange reason.
okay. Well, For All Mankind, Season 4, Episode 3, The Bear Hug, is over, as are my technical issues, hopefully. And it has been since 2023. But here in 2025 on Live Long and Podcast, we're just getting started. Our mission to watch every episode of For All Mankind continues. One coup in Moscow, one black market deal in Happy Valley, and one greenhouse secret at a time. The year is 2003. I was about to say 2003. From Miles Dale turning a prophet in the shadows to Margo Madison facing brutal KGB interrogation to Kelly and Aleida chasing biotech dreams with Deva Yesa back in the mix. The world of For All Mankind is reshaping itself under pressure. Now here's the guy who watched Ed Baldwin's Tremors threaten a maneuver, Svetlana hide pain behind duty, and Miles Dale turn a broken still into a black market empire and still wonder if Margo's Frozen Road job offers is the strangest recruitment pitch in Star City. I'm your host, Dave Mader. And we got a great top tier panel here to break it all down. We are missing the great Heather Narduzzi tonight. She is in Halifax with cheering on her brother, a member of Team Gushu, going for the Canadian curling trials and to hopefully represent Canada at the next Olympic Games. But we wish them well, and we are cheering them on from here, and we will catch up with Heather next time. But coming in here first, our spiritual compass, weighing the cost of mercy against the burden of command. If trust is currency, he's tracking the exchange rate. From coups in Moscow to moral compromises on Mars, he's asking whether loyalty is ever enough. It's Kevin Millard.
Hello, Dave. I don't know about this new tone shift in this show. I don't know if I'm enjoying it. No.
The tone, what tone is that?
Well, it's just a completely different show. It's all different characters, and I don't know that I care about any of them.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, we're gonna break that all down. Stand by. Coveted here next. Oh, no, this is not a good start. He's our technologist who doesn't blink at taking a TV apart at 3:30 in the morning. But when Margo's surveillance vanishes and the comms go dark, he's not patching the system. He's questioning the source code. It's Jody Simpson.
Hello, Dave. How are you?
I'm well. How was this episode for you, Jody?
It was. I don't care that much either. I don't know what's going on here, but I will say there was a couple great quotes in this episode. But past that, I still don't care at all about Margo. I was hoping
she had a pretty rough time in this episode.
I was hoping they would continue, but they didn't.
No,
so what can you do?
Well, maybe she'll get a hot
sick, Jody.
Yeah, you sicko. We got to all fill in for Heather tonight. Are you sick, Jody?
You would. I thought
I was gonna have a night without that, but
where's
represented?
Where's your humanity?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, coming in here,
I'm in IT. I don't have any anymore.
Right.
Well, here's the next man. He's not just reading the terrain or Dev's corporate takeover. From Ottawa to Happy Valley, he's tracking the quiet revolutions, the economic undercurrents, and the moves no one else is seeing coming until it's too late. If Mars is a pressure cooker, he's already listening to the hiss. It's Adam Woodward.
Hey, guys. Dave, I like this episode. I'm going to tell you.
Tell them.
Wow. We finally got some conclusions and finding out what the hell's happening to people.
Yes, I thought this episode would be better for you, Adam, and I'm glad to hear it's at least a little bit stronger than the first two.
I enjoyed this episode. I'm not that I like to see anybody tortured, but at least we got a conclusion. She's finally where she needs to be.
She's working for the Roscosmos now. So
yeah, I like the whole what's his name, Tyler story. That was kind of fun and
you mean Miles?
Miles, pardon me.
Yeah.
Miles Tyler, whatever his name is.
It was so good you can't remember the name.
Well, he's also called Milos by that Russian guy. So
yeah, I mean that was good. The I thought you guys would enjoy Ed's little secret.
There's some pot smoking.
I totally predicted that one was happening.
Yeah. You gotta block the choke.
He's not going back to Earth ever.
No, I think he's
I don't think he should.
And then the other thing I want to say here is like the longer they don't tell me what happened to Danny, the more I don't care. So.
It's gonna be like, Danny, who?
until now I didn't even think of him.
Right.
Well, when did it happen? 4 episodes ago now. Like
Well, it happened like 4 episodes ago, but more like 8 years ago, right? Too,
Yeah.
as well. So
Yeah.
Anyway, okay. Well, and our last panelist for tonight, where is he here? He's tracking the fault lines beneath the mission from Margo's interrogation to Miles' economic awakening. If the show is about alternate timelines, he's watching the moral ones. Who gets forgiven? Who gets forgotten? And who gets paid? And yes, when Dev Ayesa reappears, he's wondering if disruption is just another form of survival. It's Jeff Mader.
Oh, okay. Hi, Dave.
Did we wake you up, or
No, I was trying to figure out
or were you just recapping Leaf scores?
if exactly. No,
You're just trying to figure out if that intro really synced up with you, and maybe it doesn't.
I don't think it did.
Well,
but that's
How about this episode?
It was okay. It didn't. It was a lot about Miles trying to make more money, Dev trying to make less money, Margo getting tortured, and
The whole fall of the Soviet Union, the whole coup against Gorbachev, all of that stuff.
which is like, I guess 10 years later than in our timeline type thing.
12.
12, okay,
Yeah.
But still, I mean, it's okay. What is this show now? Like, what is it?
Oh, okay. This is more the Kevin era. What is this show now? What's happening?
I agree. He convinced me.
Convinced you. Okay,
Just
we're
a
done.
little tiny bit, eh? All right.
Oh my gosh.
I
Okay,
do have to tell you though, I'm glad that guy's name is Miles because he is Miles O'Brien. He
Right.
fixes things and he must suffer
You're right.
at everything.
Yes.
I bet you he loved his parents too.
I loved my parents. Yes. So this is the 33rd episode overall for All Mankind that came out on November 22nd, 2023. Written by Andrew Black, a writer we haven't had up until this point, I believe, and directed by Dan Liu.
Do you think his wife is going to meet a guy named Sabar?
I think she already has.
You mean Miles?
In Boise? In Boise,
He-
Idaho?
In
Well,
Boise.
I thought we were getting a Dear John letter there with that video clip.
Why don't you go to Boise with Sabar and your plants and see if I care? Well, that's our Miles O'Brien reference here. But let's get back to this episode. All the headlines. So, we have the whole coup in the USSR. It looks like it's an attempted coup that gets thwarted, but Gorbachev does end up leaving office and this other person comes in. We talked about Miles Dale. He joins like the black market, and there's a whole thing here with the Koreans that kind of comes out of that with Lee Jung-il seeking to smuggle his wife to Mars. That might be a little harder than like a Playboy magazine, but we'll see. Margo interrogated, then recruited by Roscosmos. We have the whole Kelly and Aleida teaming up with Dev to take over Helios, and we also have this storyline here with Ed. His tremors are getting worse. He's given the weed to Svetlana, and there seems to be something romantic happening with them. And those are all the big notes here. Is there anything else you guys wanted to touch on before we jump into our
That's
review
it.
of the
We're
episode?
done then, right?
I think so. Like
Aleida,
Can I go
Kelly, and Dev together. Could I care less? Probably not. Those
I
three
enjoyed
characters.
that part.
I enjoyed that scene when he takes it over again, but I also hate him. So fuck it.
wait,
whatever.
you hate him just for his?
He's a dick.
Well, he's a
Does
dick.
everybody forget?
No,
Didn't forget.
but he's part of that selfish prick club.
He's a
The-
necessary evil.
that they're
At least for them, anyway.
Molly Cobb says this, and I think this is the philosophy of this show, is that like these difficult agitator characters, they're assholes, but they change the world is sort of the
Sure.
philosophy of the show. And so they're
Steve Jobs was very nice to his daughter.
like, I don't like Kelly or Aleida either, really, like as people per se, but like I like what they do. So there's kind of that thing. I don't know if there are some like truly noble characters like Danielle, and that's
Dave,
about it.
this season is thesis is unless you're making money, you don't matter. That is the thesis of this season.
Mhm.
And that's that's what this episode was kind of about too, was like basically they go through a bunch of different boards and they all go, what's the return of investment? Not for me. And the only reason Dev decides to do it is because they have a little spat about her mom and he starts thinking about his dad. So it's an emotional connection that makes him think, you know what? I have enough money. Look at this ocean. You know, like it's like the universe. It doesn't care about you, right? Like that's what he starts thinking about, right?
He starts talking about it, but he's also, he's also reminded about how he used to be more idealistic, how he used to be more all about exploration and discovery. And then I think he's become more of this pragmatic person in like the 8 years past where we left him in season 3.
Get off my lawn.
I
Yeah,
think
but he also
Sorry, go ahead.
lost his idealism because of what happened to him with Karen taking over.
Yes.
I mean,
boards
I don't think he was not a responsible CEO. Let's face it. He spent tons of money and lost tons of money for shareholders.
Mhm.
And that's not what their job is.
Well, now he's back, baby. He's the CEO again, and we'll see.
That was a great scene. How he's kicking everybody out, and
yeah, you're all fired.
The Icarus line was really nice. I like that one.
yeah.
What was it about?
Is part of why a private company probably shouldn't be doing these things. That's kind of like the whole point of the season. Like, why is Helios even on Mars? What are they doing? Why is this not a government run thing? Because what ends up happening is you're gonna have a bunch of people.
Hudson Bay Company.
Yeah, that shouldn't even probably be there.
I still don't understand the North Korea being on Mars thing.
Well, you could also take the stand as that it wouldn't happen without them. They would never get there.
Yeah.
Well,
because
I think that's
if you remember back in the early days of the show, like NASA was the king of delays. We can't do this. We're cautious.
Yeah, now it's everything's thrown to the wind. Yeah,
right. And until you get deadlines and things that have to make you have to get things done, or pressure on them, then everybody can move fast.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying it's the most positive thing in the world, but let's face it. Like Canada wouldn't be, and I didn't mean to go that way, but here I am. Hudson Bay Company. Canada would not be the country it is today without them.
Absolutely.
Right. Well, yeah, and I guess like we saw that in season 3. The competition to get to Mars led to the success of the Martian base, and all 3 groups working together eventually, right? And is where we are now. Why the North?
The exploitation part of it is your big problem.
Yes.
Right, and this is where we're at.
The exploitation of workers. That's a big theme of this season.
Exploitation of workers, exploitation of resources, everything. Like it ain't good.
Their whole motive for doing everything is not good. It's it's all based off money. It has nothing to do with exactly what this whole episode's about. It's are you exploring? Are you trying to find new life? Are you trying to like advance technology and science, or are you just trying to like find an asteroid and latch onto it and mine it?
It's a mining operation. It's not an exploration operation.
True.
Well, I mean,
they're exploring their bank accounts
too, guys. Like but
well, Kelly wants to find life and she wants to explore Mars, but they're like, well, but they're not going to make money finding life. But is there
depends on what life you find, I guess.
I guess that's true.
Like I personally, when Dev was first introduced to us back whenever that was, I can't remember what season now.
Season 3.
And just after what happened? The space station fell apart and Danny saved the day.
Yeah, right? The hotel fell apart. Danny saved the day, but then Dev bought the old hotel.
But that speech he gave Karen, like in that outpost or whenever he was doing a dig or something, was great. And,
yes.
and you saw this idealistic kind of CEO with a pile of money access when he didn't have to answer to anybody. And that was great.
But he also kind of ran his company into the ground. So he's not much of a businessman. He doesn't really have much interest in that stuff. Now he does, but then Kelly reminds him, what about the science? And what about the challenge of it all and the pushing ourselves? And
please, he was unaffected by all of that. He saw a way to get his company back.
Yep.
The whole point was going into that room and yelling at everybody and firing everybody.
And getting his like
That
revenge.
is Dev's motivation.
Kevin, you're right. And he's not like he basically got home, thought about how can I do this, and then the nice talk from Kelly about her mom and all that crap. But this is how he gets his revenge.
I think both things can be true, but
I like how he did it. I gotta say, I like how he did it.
Yeah,
and I
enjoyed that scene a lot.
I like seeing Bill again doing his models.
Yeah, Bill was good.
Oh yeah, Bill's in
that
a
was
chair.
Sad.
Yeah, but Bill and
Why?
Aleida.
Bill's living large. And did you see all the damn robots he had? That guy's living like a king.
Except he can't
walk. Touch any of them or he freaks out. He's not doing good.
So I'm assuming Bill got.
I'm sure he has a touch of the tism. Let's be honest. But
Bill was hurt in the explosion, like in the bombing, but survived, but can't walk anymore. It seems.
And I got a healthy dose of PTSD from it.
Guys, he's got the robot from Forbidden Planet.
Well, it's okay.
Just make sure you keep it over on top of the speaker. Like
he knows where things are.
He knows where things are.
All right. Well, we're going to jump through the screenshots of this 110-minute episode, or hour and 10 minutes. I'm sorry, episode. I guess it's like 70 something minutes. So let's get into it. The first scene is Margo. Margo, as we saw, she was captured in that riot in the previous episode. She's in this van being transported with other people who were arrested at that protest, uprising here. And she's one of 12 detainees in this one van. She asks the newspaper guy, like, why are they doing this? And they're making examples of them. Do what they say, he says, and just we'll try to get past this as fast as we can. So when she's taken out of the van and they're thrown against the wall and kind of, quickly detained here and processed into this.
This was a great way to start the episode. Like if you want to get me on board, showing Margo getting
going to prison.
I'm there.
So she's getting it. Well, then you get what you want here, Jody, because
I did.
Margo is not having a very nice day here in Soviet Union. Anyway, so the bear hug, that's our teaser for the episode as we head into our credits and title card. It's all about the Margo. Margo's going through beginning of her did we lose Kevin?
I think we did, yeah.
And we come back. Then it's talking about everything going on in the Soviet Union, the Soviet crisis. Now this
is dated.
Yes,
before they even showed it, because there's no way that's what TV looked like in 2003.
No, and that I felt the exact same thing because they're using actual news footage from 1991.
That's Bernard Shaw from CNN.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
right. And so they're giving us like real world footage here from 1991, but it's clearly not 2003 either. So it's kind of this.
I would have liked them just to fake this a little bit or something.
Yeah, me too.
Maybe take some out of sync clips or something.
Yeah, we see real footage of Gorbachev and all that, and then tanks on fire. We see this. The only fake shot is this other guy. This guy who will become, I guess, the president of Russia or of the Soviet Union after Gorbachev, or chairman as they're known there, I suppose. Anyway, so but we'll come back to him, and we see that transitions to the base here on Mars, where there are several Soviet cosmonauts present who are seeing their country kind of go into a civil war, into a domestic crisis at least, including Svetlana, who we saw in the previous episode. And we get the only scene here from Daniel Stern in the whole episode. His Eli character is saying, Al Gore, he's going to condemn this. He doesn't like what they're doing to Gorbachev, and that will be going out shortly. And Svetlana says, I can't get a hold of the Roscosmos head office. I can't get anybody to respond to me. It's like Moscow disappeared. Any communication lines
and her father, right?
Her father, she can't reach her father, her family,
can't reach her father either.
And so there's a lot to do, like a lot unknown here, and they're kind of very much cut off from their homeland. So
I also just want to say that Svetlana, the lady who plays Svetlana, absolutely beautiful smile.
well, maybe not this shot, but
Not
yeah,
this shot, but
yeah.
when you see her smile, she's
Yeah.
good looking lady.
Danielle's not in the episode much either. She just kind of says, Ed, let's give priority comms.
Where did her gray hair go?
It comes and goes.
Oh,
And, you know,
When they get the
depends
powder.
on if the hair dye is available.
right.
I was gonna say powder.
But
Fair enough.
Yeah, but they're going to get priority bandwidth, like internet access to the Russians right now so that they can try to raise home. But anyway, so then we go to first scene of Dev in this season. He doesn't come into the season.
Well,
here
the worst
until-
thing about it is the way that like the angle that they do it and everything. I didn't even realize this was Dev until like probably about 30 seconds into this clip.
Yeah, we just see
No.
a man lying here on the beach in front of his home, just staring up at the sky. We get that Dev's
See, that
perhaps
was cleaner than mine.
in a
was.
very
Mine was
dark place. He doesn't seem to have any family or friends. He just seems to be very isolated and alone.
He's got a mansion and a beach, though.
He does. He's then startled on his beach by a surfer, a woman coming along, and I don't know, early to be. I'm assuming this is the morning, or I'm not sure, or maybe it's night.
I think it's early morning, like 5 a.m. or something.
Yeah, and she's saying, "Hey, man," or he says to her, "Like, this is a private beach, and don't you see the no trespassing sign?" She's like, "Man, don't you own enough land? You got to own the ocean too." She kind of just calls him a out of touch rich guy.
Well, I'm sure he doesn't have fences across like the sandbars and all that.
No.
Like, come on.
No. Yeah. So then after that encounter with the surfer, he heads up to his house. We see here it's all gated now. He's got the security. It says no trespassing, no soliciting private property. He's very much living in a isolated state.
All that money and he can't keep a surfer out.
From the guy who didn't want his own office, who wanted to be amongst all his workers and sort of being one of them, he's gone to a very isolated, solitary character.
Well, and I think this is supposed to give us the impression that maybe he's now feeling guilt or something, and it's like, I don't buy it.
I know about guilt. I think he's more just feeling isolated.
He's lost. Like he
lost.
isn't. Like, he didn't find another company to run. I guess after he left.
Well, he did create this robotics company. After,
he created a robotics company. Yeah,
but that's perhaps not his passion. But then we head over to Helios next.
That's
his
like
old
an
company.
older sign, by the way.
What, is Helios?
Like you just say warning, private property, you're done. You don't need to put no trespassing.
No, but no soliciting. That's the most important part.
wait, what is his dream? What's his priority?
money.
No, I think
no, money is not. He's got money.
I think it's like doing big important things,
He
making
wants
history.
more money.
Okay, but what is that? What does he want to do?
Like I think we saw in season 3, he wanted to be like the first to be behind the first group of humans that went to Mars first. He wanted to be the
so once that didn't happen, and the North Koreans or they tied with the Russians, whatever. Then what? What did he want to do?
Then the next great exploration. What's beyond?
They say in this episode, "Oh, you wanted to colonize Mars or colonize the moons." It's like I don't hear this guy talk about colonies ever.
No.
It's not what he's talking. That's not his passion.
Yeah, because she's like, you wanted to set up, on.
No, he
Jupiter
did.
Like that.
When they took the company away, that was his big speech, was about making colonies on Mars.
Yeah, but I don't.
and-
I don't believe that. I don't believe that's his passion.
No,
Like I think Dave's right. He wants to just be remembered.
He wants to be remembered for doing great, amazing things, but does he care about the colony itself? No, but he wants to do things that nobody's ever done before.
Right.
But
Go
He's
where
also
no
got
one's
his,
gone
the
before.
legacy of in his mind, his father to live up to,
Yeah.
and
If you ain't first, you last.
Yeah, and I think and you're right. Everything around his father is key to his identity and trying to, I don't know, do something different or be
but
different.
it's
than his
funny
father.
he hasn't found himself, his own family, which is kind of sad.
Yeah, that's
That is
right.
kind of sad.
We'll see more from Dev this season. Then at Helios, we see that Aleida and Kelly have teamed up here in this new company under Seeker. With this robotics company that they want to seek out life on Mars. We see them first pitching Helios, and the pitches then take us to other boards and other companies, including Northrop Grumman. And we kind of see the same pitch over and over, kind of montaging this other company as well. Not sure who they are. Anyway, and in each case, basically the yada yada of it all is they're all like, but not right now. We don't want to put money into this. Thank you for your pitch, but it's not for us. Including, it kind of finished off with Helios and this CEO guy who we met last year or last season.
And we're going to see him again.
Yeah, he wanted Karen to take over, but he was Dev's original partner when they made the fusion technology back in the day. Anyway, so he's like, nope, we're not going to do it. So Aleida and Kelly are SOL, and they are then moving along. And so as they come out of Helios, they say, well, there might be one. I think it's Aleida who has the suggestion. There might be one more person who we could go to, a private person, because they talked about going to China, I think, at one point, and ESA. But they're like, ultimately, they mean Dev. Like Aleida suggesting, let's go to Dev next. And Kelly seems unsure about that, but got to go along. Our next scene then transitions to back to Mars, and where it's Miles getting this video from his daughter that she made on Pixel Paint, I think it's, or whatever. Like him on Mars, and a little goofy thing. Are you going to send me a Mars rock, etc.?
It was well done.
Yeah, Miles seemed impressed. Anyway, and then his wife comes on and says, I'm thinking about moving to Boise to get a job. Because isn't she in Louisiana right now? Like,
I think they're in Texas.
Yeah, I think he said Texas originally.
I think they're in Houston.
Yeah. So anyway, like, because as we know, Miles is getting a lot of deductions off his paycheck from everything, so he's not, his take home pay is not
his floss fascination. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I'm sure that Keiko and Miles had all these conversations as well.
Miles, you're just not making it enough. Like,
you're just not making it enough. You got to move the deep line.
Take that professor job.
I'm moving to Bajor, Miles.
With Sabar.
You're moving to Bajor. You're coming with me.
Anyway, so Miles, you got, like, what's the point of you being up in space on Mars if you're not making any money? Like, there's no point to this, right? From her, is kind of the message. So then Massey comes in, and he's kind of lamenting to her about that.
Is this the same woman that was with Ed and Danielle?
Ed and Danielle
at the beginning.
No, that's Svetlana.
No.
This is Massey.
Svetlana is the one that was with them.
Yeah, this is an American Helios worker, is who we're talking about.
So was she? So she was not on the ship that with the asteroid at the beginning.
She was. That was her.
Yes, she was.
And Svetlana was there too. So maybe that's where you're getting confused.
Okay, gotcha.
So in that original first episode of the season, Svetlana and Baldwin were piloting the ship, and then we saw she was there along with Parker and
So did she go? She didn't go. Did she go aside? She did not go.
No, she tried to talk Parker out of it. Remember, Parker was like, and then she was like, oh, he's like, I'm gonna make my bonus and etc.
Oh, Parker, the guy with no name. Got it.
Yes. Anyway, she remembers him. Anyway, so they
had a much more interesting character than some of the other ones on the show.
They head to the speakeasy, to the underground bar here, along with their fellow Helios workers, having pea moonshine or whatever they're drinking here. We see that there's a lemon flavor now.
Well, as one does, Dave. You don't just drink pea moonshine without some lemon.
No, of course.
You have to have a little zest in there.
Just like O'Brien, he's become part of an underground syndicate.
Yep.
The Orion Syndicate.
Like to play darts, just like O'Brien.
The O'Brien playbook right now, yeah.
They do.
Pretty soon, he's going to be kayaking.
Yeah.
On Mars.
On Mars.
and making mashed potato and capers.
Yes. Well, we see here that as he's at the bar here, that being Miles with Massey, he's watching what's this guy's name, the Russian guy,
Ilya or something.
Ilya, yeah,
something like that.
So Ilya is making a lot of money here. He's like, how much do you think he's making? She's making he's like, well, a lot, because she's buying things like real tampons off of him and all kinds of things. So he's making a lot off her alone, and plus every other Helios crew member likely as well. So a lot. So this gives Miles the idea, like maybe maybe should offer to go into business or to make some extra money off of Ilya. So as he comes up for a drink, he kind of pitches Ilya about like maybe you need an extra set of hands, whatever. And Ilya talks about, well, at first he's like, how do you do it? And he talks about he ran the black market on the moon before he did on Mars. And he's like, it was very careful. But
so
the
this guy's Quark.
He's kind of Quark, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And he took the guy who
He's
took
Bootsy.
over. Yes, he's all of these people. The guy who took over his black market operation on the moon got caught pretty fast after him because he wasn't careful enough. He got caught for tax evasion, which whatever. So he's kind of turning Miles down here. He prefers to keep his operation small. But it's Massey who then intervenes here and kind of goes on a limb here for her new friend Miles, who says, "What are you dumb? You should totally use this guy. He's got a green card pass. He can get to parts of the base that you can't. That's good access." So he then says, "Okay, maybe there could be something here." So he kind of agrees to work with Miles, and that leads into the montage here. Which I think deals with montage. Oh, first before that he thanks Massey for helping.
I really like the Ocean's 11 music during the montage.
Yeah, and he's like, you need to smile, but not too much, And as we see them them dealing with all their customers, the different astronauts, whomever, working them out. We see how kind of the operation partly works with the pallets they bring in of the different goods. It's kind of like, it's almost like it, like if you ever watched Oz or Orange is the New Black, like how they kind of smuggle things into prison.
I'm not sure smuggling stuff. Now, mind you, a Game Boy Advance SP there in the box. That's pretty good. But
spotted that right away.
Oh, it did right away. Yeah. Even on this small screen, I can see
what that fetches on the black market.
Heather would have spotted the Conair right away.
Boxed 300.
The Conair massager, personal massager.
Oh yeah, there's also another thing there too.
I'm still trying to figure out what those like gold egg looking things with the.
I think they're air fresheners, maybe.
Yeah. Is it air fresheners?
Yeah.
Well, I guess that might be important.
Maybe. Anyway, so the operation continues here. Ilya showing Miles the rope. Oh yeah, he's like, I could get you pornography, like Penthouse and Playboy and some really classy
this
stuff.
Is 2002. We got internet now. Like, come on.
Here. Like dial up.
They got internet.
Well, they've had internet longer here, but anyway, I guess a porn mag will still fetch a price here.
They weren't even able to get messages from home. They're not streaming Pornhub on there.
True.
Well, they are now though.
Maybe the Russians are now that they have priority bandwidth, but
yeah, they got priority bandwidth.
Here. So we see here that Miles is making more money. So is Ilya. Them working together is working out. The extra set of hands. He's learned the trade here from Ilya. Hope he got his character right. Maybe to smile, but not too much. It's often like the whatever they're selling them is always like wrapped in like this brown tape or whatever. So it's not clear always what the particular item is. But
I'm guessing it's hash. But
yeah, it's a lot of hash. Lots of drugs here and things else. And he's putting the money in. Now, my only issue with this is like, okay, sure, he's making extra money on this black market, but then he has to put it into his bank account. And just that whole tax evasion comment from earlier, like he's gonna have to explain where all this money's coming from,
It's the first thing I thought. I'm like, this is how he gets caught.
Right. Like I know that they're trying to let us know what's happening. Like he's obviously building up money, right? So they want to show us that, but it's like this seems completely counterproductive. Like show me with like, he brings up his mattress and there's like billions of bundles there, like that kind of thing. That would make more sense, but the fact that
like you could save up the cash. You could save up the cash, and then like whatever money he has to pay for like certain goods here on the base, he could not pay. Like he could just pay that with the cash,
or he can get those things through the black market and save himself a whole bunch of money.
Yeah. So
like floss.
Yeah. So he's making a decent amount of money, but will this ultimately get him caught? We're going to find out. And that is sort of
got one smug smile, didn't he?
He sure does.
He did.
Then after that montage, we get the scene here up at the Ranger up in orbit around Mars with Baldwin and Svetlana. As Ed is showing her, like he's supposed to be doing this maneuver to dock the ships together, which requires a little bit of precision here. And we see more of Ed's handshakes. He's got the tremors, but he's not telling Svetlana that or anybody else. So he at one point he's like, "Hey Svetlana, you've been simming on this. Why don't you take over and do the maneuver?" And she struggles a little bit. She's maybe not as attuned as Ed would normally be, but she's able to pull it off.
Well, she doesn't have as much experience as him, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, he's 900 years old now.
Yeah.
So how could she?
I can't wait to see what he's like in next season. So
he'll just be like skin and bones and dead.
It's like a 30-year time jump too.
There's going to be like an Ed haunting.
Yeah, just the
Skeletor.
Ed Baldwin.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
can we meet again?
Obi-Wan Baldwin.
Obi-Wan Baldwin.
Then back to Margo. We see her being brought into the detention center, stuck in an interrogation room and handcuffed to a table, basically. And then we meet this first guy, this first Russian guy, who I guess he's part of the group that are behind the coup.
Yeah, don't get too hung up on him.
Yeah, don't get attached to this character. He won't last long. So that she's been here in interview room 7. Yeah, his name is Stepan Gura. And he knows it's Margaret Reynolds, but he doesn't have a lot of information. He doesn't know that she defected from the United States and all this kind of stuff.
I will say this is the first time for some strange reason I've clued in that her last name is Reynolds. And I don't know why.
It's not used.
It's been mentioned.
It's not used a lot.
I didn't know that either, honestly.
Yeah, I'm like, Reynolds. Who the fuck is Reynolds? It's like, oh, wait.
Margo being the most common version.
But
the big thing.
Last name?
Yeah, I didn't even know.
Sometimes. But the big thing that they're mad about is they find this business card in her purse that we saw that was given to her by that other woman, Irina, earlier in the season. And that's the most concerning thing because it's like a KGB number and they know that and they want, but she doesn't know anything really about it. It was just, she talked to some woman on a bench one time. Just as this interrogation is getting going, then we hear all this gunfire outside, all this commotion at the detention center, and the guy who's interrogating her, he has to like leave the room and kind of run out here. He says, "I'm behind you," and Margo's just left in the room to kind of handcuffed to the desk to kind of wonder what's happening as she hears everything going on. So come back to her. Then
wait a second, her name was Margo Madison, so she's changed her name.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah, Reynolds is her Russian name, I suppose.
Makes perfect sense. Yeah,
it's a cover.
It's a cover. Anyway,
very well designed. Apparently,
we got the scene here with after the whole docking with Ed and Svetlana. She's feeling pain, and she can't get any relief from it.
He's like, "You don't know pain until you have Kelly's spaghetti." That's pain in something you don't even know.
Right. And he was like, "Why don't you come to my secret garden tonight and we can talk?" Oh, Mr. Baldwin, I can't wait to come to your secret garden. So
interesting choice.
After 10. Don't come before 10.
Come after 2200. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So come back to that.
One has a smoking schedule. He's sophisticated.
We head back to, what is this, Dev's house? Yeah. Dev's house. This is when Kelly and Aleida give the pitch to Dev. We see he's got all these security cameras. He's very guarded, I guess, is what we're meant to think about here about Dev. As he Kelly and Aleida come into his office living room area, and
this guy has the most boring house ever.
He does.
There's like nothing in it.
Yeah, it's very bland. And they make their pitch about the robotics and whatever else, but he basically turns them down, saying, "No, I'm not seeing my ROI, so this is not really worth it. So thank you."
It's nice to know that they invented curved monitors in this timeline way earlier.
It's nice.
Yeah.
So anyway, they're about to leave. They're like, "Okay, I guess we came out here for nothing." And then Kelly says, "My mom believed in you, and my mom thought you were the best." And then what's happened to you? This is gross,
your mom screwed me. And a
Oh
story.
yeah, he's like, your mother betrayed me and made me lose my faith in humanity. So it's really our fault, you know. Anyway, so Kelly's just doesn't really know what to do with that, and they end up leaving.
Well, if someone said that to you, I think you'd be a bit shocked as well. Like
It's also pretty
like,
rich coming from him.
Yeah.
True. So they're like, well, that didn't go so well. And that's the end of that.
So big on that door. That's what I don't know. That was what I was left with from.
Oh my god, that handle is huge.
Why is it so big? What is the purpose of that?
Of what?
That handle
door.
on the door.
Oh,
It's bloody. It's like a third of the width of the
must be a heavy door. Need some leverage to get it open.
That's what rich guys do, man. They get
they
big,
get
heavy handles. like
handles. See, I only have normal size handles. I guess I'm not rich.
It's
Not news to me, just so you know.
Is that the equivalent of like a big truck? Like, you know?
So
might be.
this scene here, like
Okay,
she's
yes.
like clearly salivating over the strawberry, and he doesn't even give it to her.
That's
No.
not what she's salivating over.
No, she's interested maybe
And
in some other things.
Gonna give it to her.
Yeah, we're hearing Ed's secret garden. He talks about Kelly being the green thumb in the family, but the first person to grow plants on Mars. But she's anyway. Ed's like, I can help you. I can help you with your pain. I'm yada yada in here. He's like, you can't tell anybody about this big secret. Keep it under your hat. And we see his little secret compartment here that he's able to open up into the wall of his garden, where he keeps all the weed, the dried stuff.
As if they couldn't smell that.
Yeah, exactly.
So, as someone who may have partaken in such events at some point or another in my life, the fan placement is terrible. Half those plants aren't going to get the fan coverage that they need, because you need the fan when you're growing hydroponically to stress the stalks to make them bigger and wider. So you would need 2 fans in this type of environment. So the weed on the left-hand side won't be as good as the weed on the right-hand side.
This is Weed Facts with Jody.
That's Weed Facts with Jody. Sexy Weed Facts with Jody.
Yes.
Yes.
And Svetlana is impressed with everything else here. Yeah. Like, especially since he has the pipe there, you definitely could smell it. Like,
Oh, there's no way you wouldn't smell this. Like it, and the panel itself is just being held on by like pegs or something.
yeah, he has to open it with like a little wrench.
Tries it and it opens. Like there's no seal.
He only has to pry it open because
Not
his
even
hands
like a
don't
lesson.
fucking work anymore.
But there's not even a lesson from like Tracy Stevens where they had like the
Yeah, at least
vacuum
Tracy,
cleaner.
even though I didn't like her, she knew how to contain it.
Yeah, she knew how to blow into like the vacuum
she was-
cleaner. And
And it was
She
a
may have
cigarette.
risked the health of everybody, but she at least knew how to hide it.
it's nothing to impress a Soviet woman.
And that fan isn't even on.
It's not. You should be a technical consultant here, Jody.
I should have been a technical consultant. Yeah.
Anyway,
But somebody was like, "You got to put a fan there." Like,
Hey,
somebody,
at least they have the fan, because there's millions of times where there's no fans.
right.
Anyway, so Ed gives her a little hit off his pipe. I got to hold down the choke and then get it out. And she's coughing up a storm. He's like, "That's how you know it's working." He explains that Wayne sent seeds to him, I guess, for him to plant here. And
I love the way he still says Wayne.
this guy
Like,
Wayne. Like, he doesn't explain. Like, you ever heard of Molly Cobb, like her husband, and what he's like, no, my wife's
Here's
degenerate friend, her artist friend, Wayne.
He was a
gave me
big pothead. He got me some seeds.
Exactly. So then we see Ed getting his hits off of it, which and then he just blows the smoke into the thing. And he then gives his other secret here, not just about the weed, but about his hand tremors and the shakings. And he doesn't know what's wrong with it, but he's not told anybody now except for her, Svetlana. And so there's a bit of tenderness here, a bit of maybe a romance brewing here with Svetlana and Ed, which I think Kevin in particular is excited about.
Oh yes, yeah. He actually texted me right after the scene.
Oh,
Kevin
good.
was
We're
like,
getting
"Oh,
another
that's
damn
good."
romance in this show.
Another romance, just what Adam wants.
He goes,
Another-
I need more, is what he said. Yeah.
Frig, man.
well, what?
Oh,
He is
well,
the voice
the
of-
reason
he is
why
the voice
Ed
of
will
reason.
never leave the freaking space program ever to be up there.
Yeah, he's like, I need a new love interest. Damn it! Come on, you killed off Karen.
He goes, I don't need to go back to Earth to get laid, do I? Like,
Yeah.
come on.
Remember, this is a guy who did not have much affection for Soviets, as we recall earlier on. So he's come a long way, this Ed. Anyway, they got the hand holdings and everything else. And
She's got to be like, what, 30 years younger than him?
Yeah, for sure. Then we go to Dev, who's working out at home alone in mostly the dark.
Look what he's wearing.
Well, he only owns one light, Dave.
Yeah, these pants are no good.
You wouldn't work out in this.
Do you want to be hot and sweaty and not be able to be mobile while you're doing this? Well, then
He's alone all the time. What does he care?
It's not about carrying.
Well,
it's
the
more
hot and
about-
sweaty thing, I don't think makes much of a difference, but doing barbells with that shirt on, I think would probably be a bad idea.
You
Your
wouldn't want to run
mobility's a
unless it
little
was
bit
really cold with
restricted.
that. As he's working out here alone, he looks at Kelly and Aleida's, proposal still on his desk, and he kind of looks out into the beyond, into the dark ocean, maybe touched by that earlier conversation with the surfer, and maybe with Kelly, that maybe he needs a change here now. Maybe maybe he just wants to get the company back and get revenge, and this is his opportunity. So we'll come back to Dev, but Dev is starting to have a bit of a change. And then we come back to Margo, or Margaret Reynolds, as she's known here, as she has been pinned down to this table for not sure how long, but some amount of time later. We meet this other Soviet military officer. I'm not sure we ever get his name, but he is the next interrogator. So at first he unhandcuffs Margo, and then he moves the table along, and then he brings in the guy that was interrogating her earlier, who has now been captured, I guess, by the military. So the guy who was interrogated earlier is part of this group that had the coup, and I guess the military then took power back. Which is that what happened in the Soviet our timeline? I don't really remember, but I was a young child back then. But anyway, but they get him to tell him about the card that she had with the phone number and everything else, and then he's like, "Hey, hold on a second," because when he says he doesn't know something, he just breaks his finger in front of Margo, just to shock value and the brutality. I'm asking you again. Tell me about the card, And Margo's like, this is not a good situation. You called the number and who answered? The man said it was a watch repair shop. I told him I found the number in the position of Margaret Reynolds, and then my call was transferred and another man picked up, and he said Margaret Reynolds is one of their most valued customers. And he told me I did well to call him. The number reaches a trap line that redirects the second director of the KGB. So you weren't just talking to the KGB, you were talking to the to those in the KGB who watch the rest of the KGB, basically the secret police for the secret police.
Section 31.
Section 31, yeah. It would be a counterintelligence, and they're the ones backing Korzhenko, which is the new guy who's going to take over from Gorbachev, I think. So they're the ones behind the coup, and the man on the phone, did he tell you who she is? And he goes, no, it being Margo Madison. And then he just shoots him in the head in front of Margo, and his brains and blood and everything else end up all over Margo's face.
You know what the worst thing to happen to Margo is? That they didn't give her a face cloth after this. They even sent her. They even finished this, and she still had all of the blood on her.
Well, I'm not sure she would say that was necessarily the worst part.
But, I don't know. That's what I think.
Then this military.
Did he need to shoot? Like he knew that would happen.
Oh yeah. He's going for full break this prisoner, because he's like he doesn't know what he has.
Yeah, it was a show for her.
He just knows that this high level the KGB's involved, and he needs to find out what the hell is going on.
But he needed to spray her with blood. That was part of.
Well, not only does he spray her with blood, he then chains her up, he handcuffs her around the pipes. When he could have just handcuffed her back to the table, like the other guy had done. No, but he wants to torture her here, and he strings her up, kind of like Picard was in some ways, hanging from the
There
ceiling.
are 4 lights.
Yeah, and he
kind of felt like she had de-aged or something because she was not doing so well. Remember, she had the brace on her elbow or her wrist or something.
yes.
And
Well, they had to take that off so they could handcuff her.
no, I know, but I think she'd be in love. That's pretty painful what they were doing to her. Like,
Oh yeah, well, like she tries to like we see her limping later on and not able to move.
I'm not
and-
sure her wrist is the biggest concern right now.
yeah.
She's left in this position for a while. We'll come back to her. Then we go back to Mars, I guess, and we got Miles. He tries fixing this Ilya's still because Ilya's still is very slow. It's producing the booze at a very slow rate. So he tries to use a new thermostat that he procured from somewhere else to make it go faster. And at first, it's working.
No, he adds a compressor.
Oh, it's a compressor. Okay, I don't know much about making moonshine, to be honest with you. But then Ilya realizes there's something very wrong. He tells him to shut it off, and before they know it, it's blown the whole thing. The thermostat, right?
Yeah, the compressor breaks the thermostat.
Right. This is kind of like curling, guys. This is like how you have to work the curling machine.
I don't think this is like curling.
Jeff, any
Yeah.
come on, help me out
There
here.
is a giant compressor in the curling rink.
See,
Of course there is.
and there's a thermostat.
Yes, but it's not the same type of thermostat. This thermostat is like a car thermostat, which basically at a certain temperature opens up, right? So I'm guessing what happened is it failed and it didn't open up and blew up the system.
Yeah, it broke the steel. That's what they said.
Right. So now the whole bar, the whole speakeasy is shut down because they can't make the booze, piss or not, And so then we got.
By the way, you don't need a still to make booze. Prisoners make.
No, prison wine.
Yeah, there's prison wine. Like you don't need this.
Right.
You
But if you
know.
want the hard stuff, right?
But if you want the hard stuff,
Yeah.
you're gonna have to go this route.
Anyway, so then we got Miles back in his quarters here with Massey and that other guy whose name I
Where
forget.
the hell are they getting the yeast for this, by the way?
Right. Yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah,
Probably bread. They'll probably get some bread or something.
They smuggle it in black market.
yeah, I guess.
Anyway, so they're trying to figure out if there's another like thermostat to a replacement part because it could take months to smuggle another one in. And it's this guy's.
I got a problem with this. I'm gonna tell you what my problem is. The North Korean government has locked down everything on this fucking base. Why do they have a parts list of their equipment?
I don't know.
That makes
Maybe because
no sense.
they had to clear that with the other agencies they're working with. As part of the
Maybe, I
agreement.
guess.
So
Kind of secret parts company
Because
in
it's-
North Korea, Mars.
It's NASA's base. They get to
Right.
know everything that's on it.
Right.
Yeah. So they find out that the part that they need is in the Korean module, and so on this old like fridge, it turns out. So Miles wants to go get it, but Massey's like, "There's no way in hell I'm helping you with that."
Where's
And
the
the other-
game plan on this? Because after he removes it, their fridge isn't going to work anymore.
Right, I don't know.
So
That's their problem.
what
then
happens to all that kimchi?
it goes
Come on.
bad. So anyway, so no one wants to help him, but Miles wants to try to make this right with Ilya. So he goes to the Korean module, which we see it says clearly here, entry forbidden. I love how they give us a subtitle here.
Why did we get a subtitle for that?
It's
I
all-
was just thinking that.
It's also written in English, but
yeah, it's in English
Uh,
there too. Yeah.
but that's the way it goes, and in Russian for that matter. And anyway, so Miles, he goes there. He's able to mess with the sensors with his equipment in order to fake basically a malfunction in their module and create this like alert here.
Yeah, it was some sort of environmental, like a radon leak or something. Wasn't
Right.
It?
Elevated methane warning. That's what
methane.
we're told
There
here.
you go.
And then they try to check the sensors, but then we got Miles here knocking on the door saying, "I need to come in and fix this for you," right? And they go, "What does he want?" What do they want? And he goes, "Entry denied."
Why is there a window in this door?
I guess for this situation, I don't know. So they try to send him away, but then the warning light goes off here that says, "When light blinks, toxic gas, like you better get out." So then it hits up on the in ops. Basically, the NASA astronauts are picking up on it as well. And well, how fortunate, Miles, our Helios tech, is already in that section, so nothing to worry about. And Miles trying to tell them, like, hey, I need to fix this so you don't die. And Lee is the only one who speaks English, I guess, of any of these North Koreans. So they, he says, it's a safety issue. We have to evacuate and get out. So the North Koreans do evacuate the module. It turns out there's quite a few of them here.
There's like probably 9 or something.
Yeah. And we see Miles. He puts on the gas mask to really sell what he's trying to do here. He says, "You stay right here while I go steal your thing." And then that's where Miles goes and does.
I don't think that's what he said, but
that's what he was thinking.
That was the plan.
Yeah. Goes basically into their kitchen, finds the refrigerator, and takes all the kimchi and whatever out of the fridge.
Oh, that looks delicious, by the way.
Yeah.
I love kimchi.
Yeah, but Miles manages to get the part he's looking for. He puts it into his pack, and just as he's kind of wrapped up, he thinks the heist is over. Lee walks up right up and kind of scares the hell out of him. Gives him quite the scare. And he says, what's in your thing? Are you trying to plant a spy? Are you a spy? He's like, no, man, I'm just running a black market operation, and I'm trying to make some booze on the side. Look. Please don't tell everyone I'm a spy, because he knows that's going to go badly for him quickly. And after Lee thinks about it for a minute, he says, "Okay, man, you can have it back. But now I'm going to need something from you. I need something from you." And and Miles is thinking, porno mag? Like, do you want like something like that? Like,
yeah, that's not the impression I got.
Well, did you know what he was getting at right away? What Lee wanted?
No. But I thought it was something sexual.
It's like,
well, it was.
Yeah,
technically.
We'll come back to this. We see then Aleida. This is Aleida and Kelly after they come back from the meeting with Dev earlier in the day. But Dev's beat them here to Kelly's house, where Kelly's kid and Kelly's
like, "How did you beat us here?" And he's like, "Well, private jet helps. I didn't fly commercial."
How far did they go?
Well, he lives out, I guess, in the sticks or something.
It seemed like he lived in Malibu. Like,
but they live in Texas, right? Like, so.
Okay, so maybe that's what. Okay, that is far. All right, that makes sense.
He's got a jet though, so he got here first. Anyway, Kelly's kid does like a magic trick that, I don't know if you guys like it.
Sucks.
Yeah, stupid kid.
Still don't care about this kid.
Right. Well, they're good. They're trying with us.
This is the one that was born in space, right?
Yeah, he's the Mars baby and whatever.
It shows.
They all call him Alexi, but Dev calls him Alex. Anyway, so then they're like, "What do you want, Dev?" And he's like, "I was wrong about you earlier. I want to work with you." And
did she think he flew back so he could like make fun of her mom some more? Like, come on, like. At this point, you're more perplexed as to why he's there. You're not being like hostile towards him. Like, who cares?
It was, and he's like, "I want to go into business with you, but on this thing. But the first rule of business: never invest your own money. Never use your own money. You always use somebody else's. And they're
That's
like, "Well,
how
what?"
The rich stay rich.
And he pitches this idea of like, "Let's take over Helios, and we'll do it through Helios." He still has his shares, and I guess Kelly inherited a lot of shares through Karen. So with a few other shareholders, they can maybe pull this off, theoretically. And so that is the pitch.
But wasn't Karen like almost like a partner at one point? Like,
yeah, she had a lot of shares. Kelly
had a
Kelly
massive amount of shares.
She probably doesn't even need Dev to do this with her, but she doesn't know what she's doing.
Yeah, like if Helios is worth so much, like Kelly should have a pretty good chunk kicking around.
And theoretically, Dev does as well, right?
Absolutely.
So this kind of seems plausible, right? And then they're like, if we can get a few more of them on board, so they start looking at the other shareholders, like they would need to get a couple others on their side, and that's when Aleida looks at the list and she's like, "I'll talk to this one," and this transition.
I have nothing to contribute, but I'll go talk to one of them.
Yeah, I'm literally here just for the paycheck,
right?
But you know what? I'll do this one.
Well, it makes, and like, I guess this is her contribution. She'll go talk to Bill, who has a bunch of Helio stock. So this is our Aleida and Bill scene as she goes to his house, takes a couple of attempts at the door, not buzzer thing for her to come in. But then she
was very impatient though. She literally hit the button and like a second and a half later, she hits it again. I'm like, wow, you're an asshole. And then when you find out that he's actually like wheelchair bound, why is she spending so much time like buzzing that fucking buzzer? Like, leave him be. Like, it takes him a couple minutes to do something. Maybe like you already know.
I don't know. There's definitely some energy here. Remember, it was like last time with Bill and Aleida, didn't she say to Bill, "You're dead to me," and all this?
Yeah.
Like, so I guess they got over that in the years in between. And we see that Bill is working on lots of models, lots of spaceships, like things. He even got Robbie the robot, the Forbidden Planet talking figure.
I know you guys kind of look at this as a little bit desolate, but I actually admire him. I would love to sit around and do models all day.
He's got a much more interesting house than Dev. We can say that for sure.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Anyway, but then Aleida like picks up the thing and then he like blows up at her and gets all mad at her and like.
That's a pristine boxed Forbidden Planet robot, Dave.
Yeah, and he apologizes afterwards, saying like, I need to know where everything is. Was Bill married before? Like, I can't remember. No,
I don't think so. Yeah.
But he's become more of a recluse, it seems. We then get the reveal he's in this chair. He's got a bit of a long gray hair kind of vibe going now as well. Still wears lanyards with a pocket protector though, so he's given that up despite.
Where else are you going to put your pens, Dave?
Well, he's already at home. You can leave him just on your desk.
He's wheelchair bound.
Chaos. Absolute chaos.
He needs to know where they are, Dave.
Okay, sure. Anyway, so this is where Aleida makes this pitch here to Bill, and Bill is like, why are you working with Kelly and Dev? Like, what? Like, you should be running NASA. You should be, why aren't you? And she kind of says, like, I can't go back there. Yes.
There's a big continuity issue. That poster was definitely had no shelf in front of it when she walked in that room. Keep going. Marooned.
Then there's that shelf there. I don't know, and then it's like it. Yeah, right. It moved at least.
Yeah. It was probably in the way of the shot, so they
shot,
or it was a different day, and then they moved it.
Yeah, they forgot that it was supposed to be over there.
Yeah, so anyway, we get more of Aleida explaining like why she's leaving NASA, why she can't, like she went back to work there over the last 8 years, but like she wasn't really over everything that happened there. She talks about the whole incident with the Ranger, and Parker and Kuznetsov getting killed, and that that was like it for her. Like that was like the final trauma that she had to kind of get out and do something different. So I think that and then Bill and Aleida get into an argument more about Margo. They think Margo's dead, and whether the Russians made her give her the secrets and this kind of stuff. And like, we're not having this argument again, etc. But then they do. And they talk about the explosion and that plastic in the back of your throat and everything else, and that she can't go back to it.
But you know what? The good thing there is that he accepted it, clearly, because he's got some issues too.
He accepts once she explains it, then he gets it, right? And she talks about leaving her post and everything else in that Ranger incident. And he's like, well, at least you didn't pee your pants, right? And that kind of breaks the tension here a little bit, and they kind of they have
that shelf has stuff on it now.
Yeah. It's all about that shelf, guys.
That shelf just keeps changing.
I like the poster, Dave. I was like, that's why I noticed it.
A show's really gripping you.
There's more going on in the scene, guys, than what's going on the shelf. But
sorry.
Yeah,
I was just concerned.
Yeah,
with all the
they're wearing uniforms too, like clothes. We could talk about that.
Actually, go back to that shelf shot again.
Mm-hmm.
One more.
Enhance.
What am I
Okay,
enhancing?
no, it's not the same rockets that were on the other side.
I don't hear any complaints that we're going long tonight. You're stopping me to talk about shelves and things and walls and
Dave, I have to have something interesting to talk about.
I think the scene is interesting.
Okay.
Anyway,
What's up?
he signs the papers. He doesn't care about his shares. He's like, do whatever the hell you want with my shares. And he goes, Aleida, all yours, all good.
He's like, I'll sign it. Just get the fuck out of my house. Like, I'm done with you. I just want to do my models. Leave me alone.
You're dead to me now.
Yeah, you're dead to me now. Take them.
I'm building a whatever.
I'm busy.
Should we go back to Margo?
Oh, sure. Why not?
Margo has hanged here from a chain, handcuffed to the ceiling for a while, it seems. Then this soldier guy comes in and starts interrogating her again. He's drinking in front of her. And
So this guy's like Soviet communist guy, right?
he's like Soviet military, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I would imagine a general or a high ranking.
Yeah, I'm guessing
officer.
it's a fairly high rank. Yeah.
Anyway, so he continues this interrogation, but then he's interrupted by like even higher ranking people than him.
Everybody just keeps getting replaced.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, it's like the captaincy of the Discovery.
Oh, there you go.
Constantly someone else in charge.
Yeah. Interesting metaphor.
Accurate though.
Yeah. And yet again, she's locked in this room by herself, hearing things happen outside that are going to be consequential to her fate. Anyway, so then, we see her wrists are all chafed and
Yeah, they did a good job with this, like, because like the one wrist is like it's all shaven out because like obviously the rubbing of the thing, and then the other side is like bleeding because I guess that wouldn't hurt more or something. I don't know, but I still thought that was really well done.
Yeah, they're going for it here. I would say that. Anyway, so then he comes in and she thinks she's got to kill her, like, because and then he cuts her down. He takes her down and
Yeah. So here's a problem I have with this. There's no way that her arms are usable right now.
right.
Like, and she literally is standing there. She's moving around her arms like normal. It's like, no, you've been hanging there a while. There's no way.
Yeah. So she's still got that blood all over her face, and then just as he's like, "Okay, Margo, we're doing, whatever," they put a bag over her head, and
I did like how they did her viewpoint though. I thought that was kind of neat to give us a little bit of what's going on.
Well, they don't black bag her. It's like a burlap sack, so she can kind of see through it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we see her like
you can see she's in like a detention center kind of environment. There's a lot of cells and stuff,
and I believe she thinks she's probably being sent off to her execution or something here, but they put her in the back of a truck and they kind of drive her off in the middle of the night, and she doesn't.
Would she be thinking that? Because like, I mean, yeah, probably, but like, if they wanted to kill her, they killed the other guy in the same room.
Yeah,
yeah.
They would move her for that.
If they were gonna kill her, I don't know if they would need.
Like, they didn't even clean up the blood on the floor, Dave. Like, you might as well do a twofer.
They're sending her to some kind of gulag, and she'll never escape from.
Well, that's what I was hoping.
I'd be thinking gulag if I were not the same.
Whatever it is, she's powerless to do anything about it. And anyway, so then we go back to Helios, and this is the scene where Dev, takes back the company. It's a board meeting. Adam, I'm curious, just for how realistic or unrealistic you found any of this stuff. But the shareholders and the board members are all present, and I guess some of the corporate leadership as they're going through like their earnings thing for the 2002-2003 fiscal. Looks like
Go
ahead.
Was just an earnings report. It looks like, because a board meeting would be much smaller.
Right.
Yeah, like this is the board with shareholders. Yeah, this is more of like a shareholders like
earnings report.
It looks like a positive growth line.
It does.
Looks good.
Looks good.
Looks like they're on course for 2003, so that's good too.
But then, like WWF style, like the music plays, and here comes Dev.
Cena!
And it's Dev here with his wrestling stable. He's got Kelly, he's got Aleida. And
who both walk in like they own the place, and it's like, you don't own shit right now. Like, come on.
And Dev explains like the rules of this, and it state that I have to address the entire board member and shareholders, which I guess most of them are present here, or all of them are present. So this allows, and he announces his hostile takeover of the company, that he's using his shares and he's taking over the board. And he fires all these board members who didn't back him all those years ago when he wanted to do all his other stuff here on Helios.
The whole finance team out.
The whole finance team. Yeah. And his former partner, the current CEO, but he announces like he's now the CEO.
I'm not sure how realistic this is, though. I don't think you could just. I think.
Well, he says, yeah, you could sue me. Yeah, you could, but that's only going to drop the stock price, and that's not good for anybody. Like, did that seem convincing?
Like, no, don't do.
I think they just would have sued him.
Did that seem convincing, Adam? Like, that could
no,
somebody?
Because I mean, like, a hostile takeover, like depending on how the company's performing. First of all, the company looks like it's doing fine. So then you get a hostile takeover. Now there's uncertainty. So the stock price is going to fall regardless.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Right. But it would follow a lot more if they thought there was a whole bunch of fighting, I guess is his point. So he's kind of saying you don't have you have no choice but to back down unless you want to like.
But I mean, look, like if you're firing the existing board, the existing finance team, like I think that would cause too much disruption, but whatever. It'll bounce back. It always bounces back.
Well, the stock will bounce back. Come on.
Also TV.
Yeah.
It was good drama.
Like this guy
I did like the Icarus line, though.
This guy who was removed as CEO for being irresponsible with the company is now going to be put back in.
He's now walking back in, being irresponsible and taking over the company.
Could this CEO guy, though, that's in charge right now, be any more of a bland TV character in the history of TV? Like, who is this guy? What's his name? Could he not have given him at least something to ping pong back at them?
No, I think that was the point, Jeff. Is like he was he's just the caretaker CEO. Just do. There's no
not a visionary.
Yeah, but he
didn't even want to do the job. Remember?
Well, true.
He wanted Karen to do it, but I guess when Karen died, there was no one else, so he did it. But yeah, like this history between these two, not great. So this is him getting his jump on him here, and he fires the whole finance team. And he's got Kelly and Aleida who are like looking at him with reverence. And he fires his old partner here, bars him from the building.
So I'm guessing in the next season we're gonna get a scene where Kelly's going to realize in the error of her ways, teaming up with him again, just like her mom did. And the cycle continues.
My favorite one was this woman when he said, "You're finance team, you're all fired." She's like, "What?"
She's like, "What? I'm 3 days away from retirement."
She probably was. Anyway, so
I'm too old for this shit.
Get rid of them all. Get out, everybody. Get out. The
thing is, a CEO can't fire a board member.
No, that would never go.
Who can remove board members?
Other board members.
Okay,
it's got to be a vote, right? So anyway,
that's the whole point of having a board. You don't have one person that can just do whatever the hell they want.
Well, I guess he's the chairman of the board, but still, even then, you need.
Yeah,
you can't just remove them all in one full swoop.
TV show.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
suspend reality.
We go back to Mars, and Miles gives the thermostat here to Ilya, and he's very happy. And the black market is back in full swing, and Miles has got his spot back. They're having a drink to celebrate, and things.
Hold your pissed water up high and cheer with me.
And then Miles is like, "I got a new customer for you, Ilya." And the reveal is it's Lee, the North Korean, the first man on Mars, if we recall. And at first, Ilya's like, come in. Like he's like a new market, a North Korean market.
Oh, yeah. He's like, ooh, this could work out well for me.
Yes. And so like again, like Massey's kind of impressed, kind of giving Miles some props here. And as Ilya's talking to Lee, he's like, "No, I don't want your porn magazines or your booze. I'm here for one certain thing." And he's like, "What is it? What can I help you with?" And he's like, "Can you smuggle this in?" And we see that what he wants to is his wife, who they had that same photo that we saw at the end of season 3, all that montage of him just like constantly just recording and holding out hope.
The North Koreans just continue to surprise in this show.
Yes. And Ilya is just like, you can't be serious. Like, this is not what he does.
I'm gonna need a bigger crate.
I'm gonna, yeah. Like, well, somehow this guy and the other guy, they made it in a satellite from Earth to Mars. Like they made it along the way.
Talk to Kelly. She can get them, get him there and on top of a rocket.
True.
There you go.
So anyway, we'll come back to this. Is the end of this particular storyline for this episode, unless we'll pick up this next time. The final scene of the episode is back with Margo as we're going through the land of never-ending winter that is Russia. Margo still got the bag over her head in the truck, and then the truck finally stops, and they take her out here into the wilderness, and she says, please, but just then they say, get that bag off of her head, get that hood off of her. And we see who it is. The woman even has Margo's glasses.
They put her through all this and they don't even fix the lens in her damn glasses. Like, that's mean.
No.
Somehow with the broken glasses and all the blood on her face, her hair is still the worst part about all of this.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, they can't get good conditioner in the communism. So
it's that constant cold, It does things to your hair.
It's brittle.
Yeah.
So we'll find the woman that we met in the first episode of the season, the one that gave her the card, the one that she got so interrogated hard for. She's here now. She says, it took me a while to find you, but now I've got you. And Margo, very confused. What the hell is going on? But this character, her name is Irina. She is now tells us she's running Roscosmos.
Can someone get this woman a face cloth? I don't think that's that hard of a call here.
Well, the Russians, not a priority for them.
I guess
so. She realizes where she is. She realizes she's in Star City. And she's at the Roscosmos headquarters.
Yeah, there's the statue.
Yeah, of the guy,
which is a much better statue than any American statue.
It's much better than the Margo and Tracy and Gordo's statue. Yeah. And then she's like, "Hey, Margo, come on!"
She's like, "I've been here before.
We got a lot of work to do. Let's go." And she just kind of makes this beat up, broken Margo just kind of hobble across the ice.
She's like, try to keep up with me.
Yeah. Don't slip on the ice. We don't salt here. And then they just kind of makes her way this long walk into the building. And that is the end of the episode in terms of screenshots.
It'd be great if they had a picture of Margo when she walked in that front door.
And there's just that guy there that's like, you again.
He's like, I told you, call first.
Yeah, we made a rule. You have to call first.
We made a rule. Come on, guys.
So, Adam, do you have any trivia or fun facts you could share with us about this episode?
So I thought we'd go to Roscosmos because finally we're here. After Margo being there for 8 bloody years doing nothing, we can talk about this. So, guys, Jody, can you bring up that picture I put in the chat there?
Oh, yeah. Give me a second here.
Just starting with the symbol because it's kind of interesting.
Why don't you go do another fun fact while I'm bringing this
All
up?
right, we'll start there. So, interesting. So this started in 1950, when the space race really began. And what had happened is that, early on they got some good gains. They got the first satellite into orbit, and then they launched the first man into orbit. Remember with Yuri Gagarin? We covered this in the first season, right? So they had a lot of gains, and they were beating the NASA program. But in, I guess, fine form with the Russian way they do business, they were worried about giving too much power to one agency or one person. So they started decentralizing how that program ran. So it wasn't so much the fact that, so this part was done by this group, this part was done by another group, and there was really no momentum kept. So when, NASA started getting momentum with the Saturn program, the Russians in real life, or the Soviets, were losing ground. And then, fast forward to the 1990s when all the problems started, there was no money. So basically everything ground to a halt here. And the only way they kept going, because they became a launch facility for satellites. So they were basically taking money to throw satellites up into orbit
for other countries and companies and whatever.
But no space, no science, no evolution, no anything happening in that department. It wasn't until they got together with Soyuz and then partnered with, I guess, the Americans with ISS that things started going forward for them. Now, fast forward into the 2000s, things get better for the Russian Republic because oil prices go up and money's coming in again. So they can start funding things. So the program really fast forwarded into the 2000s and where we are today.
Right. And the whole premise of the show is if the Russians had landed on the moon first, then they would have not have de-invested as much as they did in our
but it comes back to this, like, I always find it fascinating because when you look at, you keep hearing about the Russian Republic or before that Soviet Union, a lot of their problems is there was no centralized command of anything because they were so paranoid about things move, like, you know, one body controlling everything, even though the Politburo did, nothing happened. Nothing moved forward.
Exactly.
Right.
So and then if you got that image yet, or
there we go.
So this is the logo. I thought this was kind of fun because
very Starfleet.
It is very Starfleet. The red triangle is meant to be actually a spaceship into space, going into orbit with that circle behind it. So pretty neat, but very, very Starfleet.
Wow!
And if you flip it around, it's a check mark.
Yes, it is. So there you go.
Oh, is that it for the fun facts?
Yeah, there's not much else.
That wasn't very fun.
It was fun. I thought it was fun. I thought that was fun, Adam. Don't let Jody.
I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10 for fun.
I like that one. That was a good. It was not sexy. It was not sexy, Jody.
That's true. It wasn't.
I give it a 6 out of 10 for sexiness, Adam. Like, but
I wasn't going for sexy.
It's only a 6 out of 10 because Adam's there.
All right, let's get into our ratings, everyone, and let's rate this episode. The bear hug. Okay, so
I gotta say, when I found out this was just episode 3, I was like, oh god,
Jesus!
It does feel a very long.
We got 7 to go.
This is like the front half of season 2 of Next Gen. It's like,
I'll start us off. I thought the episode was pretty good, so I'm going to give it a 7.5.
You're wrong.
Let's go to Adam. Adam, I think it will be the next most positive rating.
So
this is so much better than last week. I'm giving this a full 8. I'm doubling.
He's giving it an 8. I'm going 8 too. Jeff, how about you?
Like a 5 on this.
Okay, Kevin.
What did I give last week?
5.5.
5.5.
Slightly better, I guess. It's 6.
Yeah.
Yes. I don't know. Fuck this show right now. Like, I don't know if I'm being unfair because I'm tired of the show, or I'm getting used to these
I'm
new,
starting to get watcher's
characters.
fatigue here. Yeah.
But
maybe I think that there's like, it depends of whether it's entertaining you or not, right? You know, so if it's not entertaining, it is what it is. But
it's
Jody,
turning into a chore, I think, is the bigger issue here.
Well,
I agree with Kevin though. I think it is better than last week's episode, but by a slim margin. I'm not going to be as generous though. I'm going to give it a 5.5.
I thought Margo being tortured would put it way up there for you.
If they actually did a lot of torture, yeah.
Wasn't enough? It wasn't sufficient.
There wasn't enough. There wasn't sufficient torture in this episode.
And I didn't really care. Like, I was getting confused. Like, who is this now? Who's coming into the, like? I don't fucking care.
It's like musical commanders. Yeah, it's
Dave, you got to play Heather there. Not enough torture.
Not enough torture for Jody. Okay.
Not enough torture. Absolutely.
Yeah. What's wrong with you, Jody?
Oh.
Do you not have your humanity?
Tortured. Heather, where are you?
All right. Well, we're averaging a 6.5 tonight. The IMDb is 7.6, so this has the highest rating of any episode so far.
What the
hell? Well, actually, no, 7.7 for the first episode.
What the hell is wrong with this world?
I would agree. This was it's the best one so far. Right.
Yeah. So I liked it. Okay.
That's like winning the shit eating convention. You still ate shit. You know, it's not great. Like
but I wasn't bored. I wasn't. This episode didn't annoy me.
I agree with you. This episode was not boring. Now I find like episode 6 or 7 of every season is the low point. Usually
well, yeah, it looks like it with ours.
Even even if you go to season 1, like as much as we liked almost every episode that season 7 was like our lowest point. So just keep that in mind as we approach the middle of the season.
Bring it down. 4.6. Whoa.
Yeah, we've had some. That's mostly because you're 0. On
Hey, you know what though, Dave? Every episode of this season, all 3 of them now, you have basically given some foreshadowing how bad this is going to get.
I'm not meaning to color your opinion.
Well, you are.
Totally are.
No, then I'm gonna reframe it. Every episode from here on is amazing. You're gonna love it. Like these themes.
Now I know you're
really
lying.
resonate.
Yeah,
you're gonna be.
Oh my god! I think we'll see you next week. We'll see you next week.
And speaking of next week, let's look ahead to the next episode. It is called A House Divided. The fallout from Moscow's coup and Happy Valley's black market schemes begin to fracture alliances on every front. As trust erodes and loyalties split, Mars becomes a battleground not just for survival, but for control. And on Earth,
you hate it.
On Earth, political upheaval collides with scientific ambition, while in orbit, the smallest misstep could redraw the balance of power. Does that sound fun?
Yeah, I bet that's the best
see.
part of the episode is the synopsis, though.
We'll see.
Doesn't that sound nice?
It's very nice. Very nice indeed.
It's Vigo.
Yeah, he is Vigo.
Yes, Vigo. He's the Carpathian.
Speaking of our other stuff on this channel, we cover an episode of Star Trek The Next Generation every week. We are going to be on tomorrow night. It is called The Hunted, Season 3, Episode 11 from 1990. It's a pretty good one. I think you are on this.
No, I should probably watch that episode.
No, it's Adam, Jane, and Marcel.
Jody, can you take my spot? I thought it was Thursday. I can't do it.
Oh, I guess I'm on it now.
Then
All right.
Jody, you're in, along with Marcel and Jane.
I don't remember if that's a good episode or not. I think it is.
It's a good episode.
Oh yeah, it's a good one. Yeah.
I wanted to do that.
And also every Wednesday on our Super Mater Brothers podcast channel, we are covering episodes of Survivor 49. The next one is called A Huge Dose of Bamboozle. And we're into the final 3 episodes of the season. Jeff,
I wish
how you
this episode had a
I have
boost
not
of
watched
bamboozle.
a single episode.
How's Amanda liking it?
She's not watching it.
Oh, okay. Well, check out Survivor every Wednesdays, guys.
It's a good thing you have a podcast for this.
I will watch 50. I'm not watching this season.
Hold on, isn't that the Mater Brothers podcast channel?
Well, sometimes it's solo Dave.
I work Wednesday night, so it's just not even.
But we have Jason R. Phillips, Josh Foster, Becky, and Jameel Robinson also on those podcasts. So don't.
I would show up just for the people.
Don't worry. There's a whole panel. Anyway. And trivial debates.
Very not nice.
We got trivial debates coming up this Sunday.
Babylon 5. Stupid.
Babylon 5.
Okay, good.
I think we got Justin, we got Jeff Aitken, and I think Shaggy. No, who's the last?
The good thing is, Dave, you can answer anything and nobody will know if it's true or not.
Oh, I'll know.
I'm coming on just to watch Dave clean up.
I'm the judge.
Oh,
You're the judge.
But you're right, I will clean up. So
You're a winner in my heart, Dave.
well,
I'm guessing it's going to go like this. First part of the episode. What do you mean you've never seen it?
They show up in every question they don't get.
you know what? I'll give you a little preview, guys. The TV
Why?
question is if there was one episode of Babylon 5 to show to an outsider, just as like a once time, watch this episode, see if you like the show, because everyone wants to start at the beginning, but it takes a while in that show. And we're going to see what those answers are. We're going to see what the best answer is, and I'm going to recommend that episode to all of you. So get ready.
all right. I will watch it.
Thank you. Anyway, I'm excited for that.
You're really turning evil at him.
No. I'm curious. But I don't want to start with crap.
Right. So
We had
there's
enough good on this show.
if I can say, this is like the one episode.
But you're gonna watch the episode and go, "Who the fuck is all these people?"
Right. Well, there's that issue, but
Yeah.
anyway, so we'll leave you for tonight, everyone. Thanks for being with us. We'll catch up with Heather. How's Team Gushu doing tonight, Jeff? Do we know?
I have no idea.
Okay. Well, we wish them well.
We hope
also
they're doing well.
we're also cheering on our cousin Tracy Fleury and as a member of Team Homan on the women's side. So good luck to all competitors, but those we are cheering for especially.
But
All
nothing
right.
from my family because none of them are professional.
Not yet.
Never.
So
Never.
you never
It's
know.
not going to happen. But anyway.
All right. Well, thanks everyone.
Yushu lost
Uh-oh.
9-7
Uh-oh.
to
Sorry,
Dunstan.
Sorry, Heather.
That's their first loss, so they can bounce back. They can bounce back.
See, you should have been on the podcast.
Epping also lost.
There you go.
Wow, you're just the bearer of bad news today, aren't you?
All right. Well, thanks everyone. Live long in podcast, and we'll see you next time here. Have a great night. For all mankind.
Beam up some Star Trek content with Live Long and Podcast. A roundtable movie discussion with Hey, did you see this one? And take a peek into the darkness with Heard Noise, Must Investigate with Michael Chan. Watch us duke it out on trivial debates. And let's chat about TV with the Super Mato Brothers. It's all here on the United Federation of Podcasts.